Today we're going to be going over simple production effects that'll just take your music to the next level. I'm going to be using a lot of stock stuff today. That way everybody can kind of follow along. It doesn't matter what plugin you're using. It's all about the concepts. Take it, let it inspire you. I've got 3 or 4 sessions that we're going to go over. So first this is my homeboy Lil Reed. He's a great rapper, freestyles for days, hell of a personality, just super loving kid, really good in the studio. We've spent so many nights just till 5, 6, 7 a.m. just writing, days on end, man. Just working, writing, recording. He's got so much talent, so many hits out. He's great. I'm gonna leave a link at the bottom here. Go ahead and check that out if you want to, if you like what you're hearing. Also, go ahead and like the video if you like the knowledge you're getting. And if you want more of it, hit that subscribe button. Let's go to Pro Tools. So first we're gonna go over for Reed's telephone effects. That seems to be a pretty popular thing for people. I've got obviously, the old school telephones back in the day used to only be able to replicate 1K to 4K, give or take. So that's why you kind of put these filters. You'll put a high pass and a low pass at 1, and it starts around 5K. It starts to roll off. Pull it in a little bit. And then me personally, I just do random, not necessarily random, but I do pretty drastic EQ boost in it, because the thing is you don't want to take up certain frequencies that your main lead vocal are going after, but you want it to have some sort of presence in your mix. So pulling off the high end is going to keep it in the background, away from what's present, what's really driving the song. But it's also, by doing these boosts in it, you're giving it its own special part in the entire spectrum, if that makes sense. So I usually do 2 at least to give it some sort of a combing effect, if you know what a comb filter is. If not, we'll go over that in another video, but short and simply put, it's frequencies that interact with each other in a phase sound, like a phasey kind of way. If you don't know phase, we'll have to go over that one in another video too. But let's go ahead and check this out. So yeah, that's the typical just telephone vocal. I've got it going to its own bus for the ad-libs here. And on that bus, I've got it compressing. Obviously, we got some auto-tune going on. Now, I did a secondary EQ after the fact, which is pretty typical. I like to do that. I like to do just a whole channel processing on the bus, just because it kind of glues stuff together in the end. It gives everything like uniformity. If you've got multiple lead vocals, send them all to one bus. You can put all your plugins on this one single bus here instead of putting it on every single track. Typically I won't put auto-tune on the bus like this, but with Reed's vocals, if you see here, they're so call and response almost. It's back and forth, track to track, take for take. And because he's not overlapping hardly at all with any of those, it was okay to do that, and it saved me the CPU, the processing. So that's why we did that. And then obviously with those kind of drastic EQs, you got to have a de-esser on it, or else all you're gonna hear, that's all you're gonna hear. Yeah, so that's the telephone vocal. And as you can see, coming to you live from my bed, the best mixing position in the world, I have to say. Sounds incredible. All right, let's see here. So this one is an EMMURE track. . 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120 one more time. I ain't mad at it. Alright, so next, got a session I've been working on for a couple of homies of mine, HELLBOY and TAQEE. It's kind of got a lot going on. If you see, we're just doing some decent production on it. Yeah, it's a little bit wild. But simple effects on this would be those vocal swell-ins that we were just talking about in the last video, as well as vocal layers, panned, hard left, hard right, and then a soft left, soft right, as well as a pitched down version here. Take a listen. Whoa. So if that ever happens to you, it means your audio is processing out your computer. And a simple solution to it, I see a lot of people shut down Pro Tools and reopen it. All you have to do is reset your samples. Go to your playback engine, change your sample rate, and change it right back. If you don't know, the lower your sample rate is, the less processing power it's taking up. That's better for recording. The higher it is, the more processing power it's using, but that's better for mixing. That's better for your plugins to run better. And so I've got so much going on, it just shut out my computer basically. So yeah, you just switch that sample rate real quick, switch it right back, and then it should be clean. Hit OK. And then let's check it out. I hear a lot of voices in my mind, and I'm convinced that it is just my twin, my evil twin, evil twin. My evil twin, my evil twin, evil twin. My evil twin, evil twin. That's my bed, my evil twin. My evil twin, evil twin. That's my bestie. That's my bestie. That's. And then also another. This one might be a little bit of like a. I might be stating the obvious on this, but a good, really good, easy thing to do always is add an effects to your music. I just bought a horror cinematic sample pack just to throw random stuff in this. Like we've got dogs snarling, we've got drones in the background, we've got little screechy hits like from the movies like Insidious, stuff like that, The Conjuring. So yeah, let's check some of those out real quick. My evil twin, evil twin.
That my best, hit it, sweet, hit it, lift. Phone and miss, nigga, I won't miss, nigga, I'm too deadly. I told you, bitch, I know you, bitch, you won't impress me. I go too gross, I am so gross, I am aggressive. For who's in the desk, can't hold with a list. Who is this nigga? Damn, I'm feeling different. That my twin, that my kin, let them in. We go.
Yeah, so you hear there's so much stereo feel to it. There's panned vocals left and right. There's some of them at the same time. I've got a part where TAQEE's vocal comes in with some good distortion on it. No, 12. So it's a full octave down. So yeah, I've got it an octave down, and then I've also got distortion on it. You see, I love pitch down vocals when they have distortion on them. And then I've also got it hitting auto-tune on everything, but just kind of light auto-tune on it, because this isn't the kind of song or vocal that needs perfect melody to it. It's all about the hype to it. And when you start getting too perfect of a melody, you're taking away from the hype. You know, it's starting to sound a little bit too crisp, too clean, too pretty. And let's see, what else do I got on here? The Slate mix rack is a really great tool. Honestly, I use it on everything now. It's so good. And it doesn't take up too much processing. Like any other session, if I were using the Wave stuff, or even if I was using stock Pro Tools plugins, this much crap going on would shut down my computer. Like literally, AI would come to life and tell me, "Yo, stop what you're doing. Can't take this anymore." He'd be mad at me. You know, he'd be pissed here. So yeah, that's basically what I got. I got some reverse reverbs going on with the vocals under HELLBOY's verse.
Twin, my evil twin, my evil twin, my evil twin.
I've got good reverbs going on and everything. I've got delays being thrown left and right. And then towards the end, I have a cool plugin called the Rhythmizer. Let's see, where is it at here? Here it is. Yeah, and this plugin, I swear by it. I love this plugin. It just does the craziest stuff. Like, listen.
You get in trouble. Dancing with the devil.
Crazy. It's insane. It takes a little bit of getting used to figuring out how to sequence everything and figuring out exactly how to work that graph on there. But once you do, oh my goodness, it's such a game changer just to make your mixes a little bit different than everybody else's. Like, yeah. I think that's really all I really got for today. Let's see. Let's see what other sessions we got. We might have something.